Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Coffee and a Card. So I am Holly with Handcrafted Blessings, and I'm going to be showing you some happy mail, and then I've got two different card projects that I'll be showing you how to make today. So welcome as you're coming in here, and we are going to get all set up and running today. I finally found, I just have to say this, for those of you who live in warm weather climates, I'm jealous, but I finally found an option for a sweater that is not too thick, so I can still wear it indoors, but also is warm enough, and it is so soft. So that's what I'm wearing right now, just over one of my normal short sleeve shirts. But oh, I was so excited to have a cozy sweater to wear. So it's taken a while. Let's just say that. So if you're in a warm weather climate, please invite me to come visit you. I would love that. All right, so I've got a couple of happy mail to show you. And then I do have, I was just double checking, yes, I did have two card projects to show you based on the poll that I put in the Handcrafted Blessings community group yesterday. I thought it'd be fun to see what type of cards you were interested in seeing, and that's what we're going to do today. And I decided to do two of them because, well, they're pretty quick and easy, and also I don't know, more bang for your buck. Is that a thing? Jean, I found this sweater at Lane Bryant. So I actually got it online. We don't have a Lane Bryant here, so I ordered it online. And it's just an open front cardigan. So super, oh my goodness, Kathy said it was 29 this morning. Yeah, it's chilly, y'all. Winter is coming for us. All right, so I have a stamp set in my hand. We don't need stamps. We need happy mail. All right, well, happy Halloween. Are any of you dressing up? Let me know. Do you have costumes? Like, anybody here dressing up, passing out candy tonight? We are not passing out candy because nobody comes in our neighborhood. So I would just end up eating all the candy myself. So instead, Josh and I are going out for a date night for Halloween. So that should be fun. But last year we dressed up and we hung out with some friends, and that was really cool. So, all right. So our first happy mail. Oh, this is fun. It's addressed to the Batla family. I love it. So this one is from Madeline Glover from New York. Oh, and how appropriate. It even fits this season of the day, the occasion, holiday, theme, whatever. That's adorable. Oh my goodness. I love that little hat. How cute is that? Oh, the stamp says, "You're so sweet, it's scary." But that's really cute. And just using two pieces of designer series paper at angles. That's a great layout. Okay, the next one is, oh, this one is also addressed to Josh and Holly. That's fun. Josh gets a kick out of it when he gets to see cards that you've made too. So this one is from Vesta Stream, and it is, let's see, sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. It's a fun fold. Here, let me try to smooth it out. There we go. So it has this box on the front, so I'll show you from the top. Oh, I'll drop it. So you see that? It has the box on the front of the card. And then it still opens. It says Happy Thanksgiving. That's fun. I think that's our first Thanksgiving card this year. That's very cool. Thankful to have you in my life. So I like that with the little box on front. I've seen this fold, but it's like the entire card. And so it doesn't open, you just write on the back. So I love this way of doing it so that it's on the front of a card. And then on a stand, you can put it on something and it's a really great display piece too. So that is super cool. Very nice. All right. I am going to set those aside. Now, when I went to check the survey this morning, the overwhelming majority of people who responded asked for sympathy cards. And there was a part of me that was a little sad about that because Well, that means you might need a sympathy card. But I do know it is a very commonly needed card. I was at a craft show this past weekend, and my very first customer came up and they bought like 25, 28 cards, something like that. And nearly all of them were sympathy cards. And I just felt so sad for her that she would have a need for that many sympathy cards. But I get it. Loss is a part of our world. And so we as crafters, we have the opportunity to bring a little joy to somebody, a little comfort, a little peace, a little note of encouragement through our cards. And so I thought today I would show you two options for sympathy cards. Now, if for some reason you don't need them, praise the Lord, that's a wonderful thing. But you could easily substitute other sentiments with these two layouts that I'm going to show you. So don't get stuck on the sympathy part if that's not something that you need right now. I hope it's not something you need right now, let's be honest. But you can substitute birthday, thinking of you, thank you, for all of these, for both of these things. So I'm going to be showing, excuse me, I've had like a frog in my throat all day. Okay, random side note, this is probably TMI, I don't know. I went to go get a massage this morning, and you lay face down for part of your massage, and it just fills up your nose with snot. And ever since, I've just felt so congested, ever since I laid face down like that on the table. So I'm going to try not to sniffle through this entire video. Okay, so I'm going to show this set because I'm absolutely in love with one of these sentiments, but there's a lot of great ones here. Like there's thinking of you there, like this one, thinking of you today, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and so on. So that's a fun little combination there. This long one is just saying thank you doesn't seem like enough. Hope you know how much your kindness is appreciated. Truly, deeply grateful. So those work well together. This long one says, you are the sunshine that brightens so many of my days. So you could do like, hello friend, and that's a great verse for the inside. I love it when we have sentiment sets with an inside and outside saying. I just think that's really great. So the one we're going to be doing today is wishing you comfort. And this one says, may you find peace in the days to come and in the loving thoughts that surround you now. So I am absolutely in love with this verse. I have been using it on so many cards because I just love the words. Let me read that one more time. May you find peace in the days to come and in the loving thoughts that surround you now. And I just think that is such a great sentiment to send to somebody who's hurting and lost somebody. So both of my cards are going to use that combination of words from Hope You Know. So in Hope You Know, oh gosh, now I don't remember. I think it's in the annual catalog, but it might be in the mini catalog. It's in one of the two catalogs. How's that for helpful? It's in one of them, y'all. Okay, so there we go. Now, we're going to do, let's see, what should we do first? I'll do this one first, and I'll do the fun fold second. So we're going to do wishing you comfort, and then we've got that longer verse on the inside. So part of how I came up with these cards is I had some of this All About Autumn paper left over. And it was all ones where the other side of this is like the leather couch. There's two that look kind of like blankets. There's one that was antique books. And I just wasn't sure how to use that side. But I love the copper foil, the Moody Mauve, the Pretty Peacock. So I decided to turn those over and use the shimmery foil side of these papers. So for this card, we are going to start with a Pretty Peacock card base, measuring 5.5 by 8.5. And then we are going to take two pieces of the Autumn Designer Series paper. The first one measures 4 by 5.25. So it's 4 by 5.25. And then see here, you can see it's kind of like a Afghan blanket kind of pattern on the back. And this one is also kind of blanket-ish. Okay, so I'm gonna tape one to the other. Oh, my smaller strip. I don't think I said that one. It is 1.5 by 4. Oh, somebody's saying hello to Josh. He must be watching. Oh, yes. Okay, Josh is watching this video right now, and he said it's really cool to see the different cards you all make. Thank you for sending us the cards. Yeah, he enjoys seeing those when they come. So normally, I tell you guys, I open them live on Facebook Live, unless it's addressed to both Josh and I, because he often gets the mail and he'll see it, and we decide to open it together. So some of those I do see before the live video, because it's fun to get to open that together with him. All right, so we're going to take our 2 layers. And we're going to stick that here on our card front. There we go. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of stamping here. So we'll take a piece of Very Vanilla that measures 1.5 by 2 is this small little one. And then my insert is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to grab my stamp set here. And here we go. Wishing you comfort. And then the longer verse. If I can get it out of here. If you're new around here, you will see I do keep the rubber frame in here. So I peel off the white backing on the rubber frame, and I just stick it down to the inside of my the inside of my case. And the reason that I do that is when I have cases, like I have a pile of stamps sitting over here to my left, and when I do, I want to make sure I have all of the stamps before I put them back on my shelf. So cases don't get put away until they have all the stamps. So this one, by turning it over, I can quickly and easily see, okay, I'm missing 2 stamps, and here's approximately what they look like. So it just makes it a quick and easy way for me to keep track of my stamps. There's obviously lots of different ways you can do it, but that happens to be my chosen method that works for me. So we're just going to block these stamps. Oops. And, oh, my pretty peacock is very juicy. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a first. Don't think I've done that before on a live video. Yeah, so I just dropped my stamp. So I'm going to grab my chamois real quick here. And I'm actually going to use the corner of my chamois and wipe off my dust right here. Okay. So, well, that was fun. At least I didn't get ink on me, right? All right, let me dry that spot here. There we go. Okay, so this is called artistic license, how we stamp here. This is, no, I'm just kidding. This is called turn your cardstock over, because cardstock has 2 sides. That's what that's called. Oh, Butterfingers. Butterfingers. All right, let's try this again. We're going to stamp here. We're going to keep a grip. Oh, and I think that's crooked now. We're going to pretend I meant it to be that way. So there is our take 2. And a little bit of ink got on this, so I'm just going to turn it over as well. Oh, good times. It makes me laugh. I rarely get upset by stuff like that when I'm crafting, because I just think it's part of the process. You know, some of it is how we learn. Some of it is you just have to find a reason to laugh. You know, we all need to laugh a little more, I bet. And so look at it as that opportunity. And besides, cardstock has 2 sides. All right, so we'll go ahead and adhere this to the inside of my card. Now, I did hear somebody say recently that they actually intentionally put their sentiments crooked, probably more significantly crooked than this one is, but just so that they don't even have to try to stamp straight. They just always do at an angle. And that's not a bad idea, you know, if you don't want to have to try to line everything up straight. I also think there's a beauty to the homemade aspect of what we do. And so it doesn't have to be perfect. At least for me, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to bring in 2 pieces of Moody Mauve. These are the same size as the Very Vanilla. So these are 1.5 by 2 inches, and you're going to need 2 of them. And what we're going to be doing is I just have this is not taped down. I have this here, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put tape on the back of my Moody Mauve, and I'm just going to be sliding them underneath where I want them to be. So I'll start by taping these up, gunking them up, putting adhesive on them. How about that? Okay, so I've got this guy centered. So you can put them underneath as much or as little as you want in terms of how much you want those Moody Mauve sticking out. And I'm going to go about the same. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here like that. Okay. Then we'll take our Very Vanilla piece and we will dimensionalize it because we got to have a fun little pop-up for this card. There we go. And that way we can stick this here back in the middle where I had it when I was lining up the Moody Mauve. And then last but not least, we have the 2023 in color dots. And I'm going to take the small one and put it here. And then I'll take the other 2 and we'll just put them at the corners. Just kind of make a fun little pop of embellishment there. And here's our first sympathy card. Wishing you comfort. May you find peace in the days to come and in the loving thoughts that surround you now. So really quick and easy card, you guys. If you need to stock up on any kind of card, or maybe you just need to stock up on cards in general, you could make this layout with 5 different designer series papers and then just switch out the sentiment as you need it. You could make this entire card but leave off the vanilla piece until you know what occasion you need it for. So have a whole bunch of these made up, have the vanilla pieces maybe in a little envelope next to your pile of cards, and then when you need one, you pull out a vanilla piece, you stamp it, and you add it to your card, and boom, you're done. So just a way to quick and easy have a card like this because you never know when you might need it. And the same is true of, you know, maybe you are out and about and you run into a friend and she's having a tough day and you just want to send her an encouragement card. You could pull out one of these and stamp something encouraging on the front and on the inside and send it on its way to her. So, but I do love this sentiment set. So this is the Hope You Know stamp set. Okay, so let's do another one. Vicki, I can't tell y'all how much I love this set. So yeah, I kind of think everybody needs it. Oh, somebody said they like Butterfingers, the candy bars. That's great. Sharon, the craft show was great. It was so much fun, and I did make a card at my booth so people could try out crafting. So I thought that was really fun to do. All right, for our fun fold, we are going to do this one. Okay, move all these pieces here. So we're going to do that, I think, bookbinding card or something that this one's called. Again, same words and same designer series paper. But for this card, we are going to utilize also the tile embossing, the distressed tile embossing folder. That's what I'm going for. Okay, so with your card base, it's going to be 4 1/4 by 11, and you're going to score it at 2 places, 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. Okay, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. So once you've folded it in half, you have this additional score line right here. That's 1 1/4 over from your center line. And we're just going to take the front panel and fold backwards on that score line. And when we've done that, we're going to give it a crease, because this is going to be, you can kind of see how it looks like the spine of a book. Okay? Now, from this point, there are endless ways that you can decorate this thing, and I'm just going to show you one potential option. So the first is we're going to use a strip of Autumn DSP, and this has the beautiful mossy meadow, the copper foil, and the pretty peacock on it. The back side is that leather couch, if you're wondering which one that comes from. And so we will stick some adhesive here, and we'll put this on kind of the spine of our card. There we go. And then we're going to apply a piece of Very Vanilla, 4 inches by 4 inches. And like I said, let me bring this up here. I think you'll be able to see it. The Distressed Tile Embossing Folder. I think it has some smoother areas. That's that distressing look. And I don't know, love it. It actually is part of this autumn suite, but it can be used for a lot of different projects, obviously. Okay, I think I got a little wild with my adhesiving. Is that a word? No, it's not. Okay. So, here we go. So we'll put that down, and then in the middle of that, we're going to take another piece of the same Designer Series paper, and we're going to put it right in the middle. And this piece of Designer Series paper is 3 inches by 3 inches. So we have 4 by 4 and then 3 by 3. And with this piece being 1 by 4, it's all real easy measurements to cut. So you can get quite a few out of one piece of the Designer Series paper. You can get, I think you can do 2 cards out of one sheet of Designer Series paper. So, because this is 6 by 6 paper. All right, so on the inside, what we're going to do, we're actually going to set this aside because I need to do my stamping. We have a punch called the Modern Oval Punch, and you're going to need 2 ovals. I've got 1 Pretty Peacock and 1 Very Vanilla. And then I have a piece of Very Vanilla that is 4 by 4. So of course it's going to be the same size as this Very Vanilla because we're going to be putting it in a similar spot just on the inside of our card. So we'll start with Wishing You Comfort. And we'll get that on our I think I'm going to restamp that. I got some, here, I'll show you. So I got a little messy with my stamping, and I have a couple of pieces, shadows, flecks, I don't know what you call it. What I call it is time to turn the cardstock over and stamp again. I probably should clean my stamp, but I'm gonna brave this out. Ooh, there we go. Not too bad. I think there must be a little fuzzy or something that's causing this one, but that's all right. It's a much better stamping, so we'll take it. Okay, then we're gonna not Butterfingers our way through this stamp. We'll stick that here. There we go. Okay, So we'll bring our card back here. Now I haven't taped this down. We're gonna work with that in a minute. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and tape this down inside my card. So I am kind of holding this down. You could tape it down first. I suppose the order doesn't necessarily matter. Because what we're going to do is we're going to unfold this and we are going to put some tape here on this, in between the score lines. And I'm going to fold it and just burnish it so that that sticks really good. And so now my card opens properly. All right, next we are going to take our Very Vanilla and we are going to tape it to the Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to create like a Pretty Peacock shadow. So I'm just going to have a little shadow of Pretty Peacock coming out here. Like that. There we go. And we'll take the whole thing and we'll dimensionalize it. And, I can't get that off. There we go. This sheet of dimensionals has been super sticky and they like to stick to each other and not come off the sheet. See? All sticky. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here in the corner. And then I have some of the neutral sequins right here. And I'm actually going to put these in a different spot that I did on my sample. I'm going to put them down here. We're just going to mix things up here. I'm going to show you, actually, I'm going to bring back the sample, but I'm also going to show you another variation of this card. Just to show you how easy it is to interchange things. So this one again is quick and easy. And if you don't have time to emboss a piece for back here, you could easily use a piece of cardstock. Like I could have used just plain vanilla cardstock. I could have used Mossy Meadow because that would still tie into my color combination here. So I could have used Pretty Peacock. It just had it tone on tone. So you wouldn't have to emboss this if you wanted to save time. So, okay, the original sample I showed you was this one. And then also, because I had some of these pieces right here that were already embossed in Pretty Peacock, I decided to do kind of the opposite color combination. So this card base is Very Vanilla instead of Peacock. But otherwise, same designer series paper pieces, same modern oval piece. And then I did switch the direction of the modern ovals. So just some easy ways that you can mix things up. You can also change out this whole label. So use a different punch, use a die cut, and you can quickly tailor this card so that if you made 4 or 5 of these, they can still look a little bit different for people you're sending them to. If you came in late, the first card we made was this one right here. So all the directions, all the supplies and measurements and all of that are always posted on my blog later in the day. So if you missed anything, you can watch the replay or they'll be there. But I hope this helps. Since so many of you needed some ideas for sympathy cards, I hope this gives you some good ideas of things that you could quick and easy have some of those cards that you need for sympathy, get well, or really any occasion that you could use. So thanks so much for tuning in today for Coffee and a Card. Tomorrow is November, and if you've been around here before, you know that we've got some thankful stuff coming tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.